All right, I'm going to be doing a real-time uh, demonstration of blocking out a character. So for our character, we're going to be using this little character, Squidward, from SpongeBob. First thing we want to do is I'm going to start out with I need a screenshot of him. So what we'll do, I think we might be able to get away with using PureRef for this. So we'll just open up PureRef and wait for it to open. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to block him out. Well, I'm going to basically take a picture of this right here and then put him in PureRef. So let's do that. I'm going to open up Snip, short for the snipping tool, snipping, I'm not sure what it is. We're going to grab a picture of him, right? You just go into PureRef and paste that. So now we have what we need there. So we can get rid of all this stuff here. Alright, so now we have our image that we want to use. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is grab Blender. Surprisingly, I don't have it open. I usually have it open. Alright, so we're going to open up an instance of Blender. This is 2.83. I don't see why this wouldn't work anywhere else. And we're going to start off with doing a quick setup here. So the cube by default is 2 meters by 2 meters, right? So what I want to do is put this thing in a good spot, setting it up for using it as a height reference, essentially. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Make sure our transforms are cleared out. Alright, so we're good. So this is 6 feet, essentially, is what it is. So that's how big this character is going to be, roughly 6 feet tall. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to open up a quick screen. I'll do a vertical split here so I can get a good screen here. I think that'll be good. Now we're going to match his size here on this. So Control U will allow us to change the opacity of this PureRef. Knock it down quite a bit, something like that. There we go. We still move it around, so we want to move it around, I don't know, something like this. Then we'll start to scale it just a little bit. So maybe make it a little larger. Alright, so I'm not in Blender. I'm using this as an overlay essentially, and I'm just resizing the character over it, okay? Okay, so now what we're going to do is Control T, and what that does is makes this PureRef transparent to the mouse. So now it's like it's projecting on top of it. I can't move this window either, because if I do, it'll mess everything up. Okay, so now what we want to do is go to this window, and I'm going to change this window to an animation, or a grease pencil, essentially is what I want to do. So Shift A, gonna add in a blank grease pencil, and I don't know why it popped up there, but that's fine. Let's see here. So we're going to go to our grease pencil layer, make a new layer, call that Squidward front. Quickly add a material. That might be sufficient. I want to go to the let's see here, go to the viewport display, make sure it's in front, so when I'm drawing it's in front. Control tab, go to draw mode. Yeah, alright, so that looks good. I think we're ready. We're gonna have to draw in this window, so all I want to do is just get his basic shapes super quickly, and then we'll fix everything after that. So all I want to do is just get his basic shapes. I'm not trying to get any details. I just want to get his silhouette. Proportions is what I'm looking at, really. I'm just looking at proportions. All right, so okay, so we're just focused on proportions. That's all we're looking at here. So that'll be his head. And then he's got like a box here. And this here is his mouth, obviously. Right about here will be his nose. Got a nice thin neck. His body is like another little circle for his body. He'll have a leg. Nice big round foot. So a foot and then a toe that comes off like so. With the hand. The arm. That will be the hand. And then the finger like so. And then his nose here. I'm not sure what my opacity is at. And then eyes. Alright. We know that we'll have to double his legs up so he has 4 legs. I think that ought to be enough to work with. I think that ought to be enough. Alright, so we'll go to our PureRef. Right here, let's see which one it is. It's this one here. And then Control T to turn that off, and then we can just go ahead and get rid of that. Now I think we can start to work here. Control Tab, go to Object Mode. We can hide this for now. Okay, so we're going to take this and we'll go to Edit Mode, grab everything, move that over, somewhere over here like this maybe. Now, we know that we'll need this deal here. You know what? We could do another layer. That's what we'll do. Then we can just start transferring stuff. So let me find my stuff here. Alright, so we got this layer here. So we're gonna get in object mode. We're gonna make another layer, and this is gonna be our real front. So we'll just call him character front. Okay. I don't like where my origin is, so we're gonna change that. So we're just gonna Shift S, cursor to world origin. Make sure that's there. Control A, all transforms. All right. So we can hide this one. Okay. So let's work on this one. So Control Tab, draw. What do we need to do? View, origin. I think it'll be alright as long as I don't move it around. Okay, so we're going to basically retrace this again. And what I'm doing now is just tracing the shapes even more basic than I did last time, because they're going to get transferred this time. Matter of fact, I think it'd be smart if I would place a empty right here so that I can have a mirror. So let's go back to object mode. Shift A, I'm going to add an empty. And we're going to put that empty right in the middle of him. Right there is good. It looks about like the middle. So that's what we're going to base our mirror off of. And I guess we'll rename it to empty front mirror. Okay. Now going back to the grease pencil. Control Tab, go to draw mode. Make sure you're in the right layer, which we are. Alright, so we're going to, and add your modifier of a mirror. And we want to only affect that second layer, character front. So it should work. And then the mirror object we're going to use is that empty front mirror. Cool. We are in business. All right, so now we only have to do this stuff once. So we want the head like so. So that's your head. Pretty much like that will be the side of the face, and then your little sad face here, or his mouth, or whatever it is. We're gonna put a little neck like so, and then his body. So we got, see, what we did was we basically stole his proportions from, you know, the real image, and now we're just adjusting those so that we can do so that we can transfer, I guess, those necessary elements to, I don't know, it's not coming out. Let me think about how to say this. We took the proportions from the actual picture so that we can transfer the elements of those proportions to the actual drawing, I guess. Still not exactly how I wanted that to come out, but that's how it's going to come out. Alright, so we'll knock down this strength a little more. Where are we at? 10. So there's your mouth. We don't have to worry about eyeballs. All I'm doing is just blocking out this character. So we'll say that's good, right? So we're good on that. So now we're going to just go ahead and apply that. Make sure we're not in draw mode. I don't know if you can do it in draw mode or not. So we're going to apply the mirror. We want to go back to our layers here. We can hide this layer or hit the wrong layer. Oh crap, I'm deleting them, my bad. Hide the layer. Alright, so we got that. Alright, good. Now let's do a side deal. So from side view, you just go to side. Well, you know what? I think we'll draw it right on top. That way, and then we'll place it on the side. So that way we can still have our proportions where we need to put stuff. So, yeah. So we're gonna just lower the opacity on this a little bit. And we're gonna add a new layer. Call that side. And let's see here. We want to go back to our grease pencil. So I think we can just start right now. Control tab, go into draw mode. We've already got this one turned down. And then we just start drawing on top of this one. Make sure we don't have a mirror modifier on, so we don't have to worry about that. Just scroll in a little bit. Now, let's think. Okay, so this one here is on view, origin. I think it'll be alright. Okay, so we'll start drawing. Let's crank this up a little bit. I think it was at 20, I'm not sure. Well, you know what? I don't know what the side of his head looks like. I think that one picture was from like the front, or like a 3/4. I'm not sure. Let me quickly look and see. I think I still have PureRef. Let me see what his side of his head looks like. Okay, so if this is his head here, right? I'm assuming he has a little bit of a noggin on the back. He probably, like most of these little characters, like they'll have like a little back of their head, like some way to imply thickness, essentially, is what you're trying to do, is what I'm saying. So it'll be something like this, maybe. I don't think his head's just incredibly large, but you never know. I don't know. I think we'll use this as his eyeball here. It seems to go in a little bit. He is one ugly little character, boy. These little characters they make. But, you know, he's supposed to be an octopus. Not because of the multiple legs, but look at his head shape. So he's supposed to be an octopus. And then his phallus-looking nose. Which clearly dangles over his face. So that will be where his mouth is, right about there-ish. Alright. Dios de maravilla. Dooch, dooch, doo, doo. Dios de poder y autoridad. Alright. So we're going to say like something like that. I think let's go ahead and put those little eyelids in there. Let's see here. Put in little eyelids. So we're at let's just get the rest of the body in here. So he has a little hump. That would be where his arm is. Right about here. A little hump. He doesn't have pants. No pants. We'll deal with the arm here in a bit. You can see where the knee's gonna be. So there's his leg. And then it'll come down. This will be where his foot would be. So go down all the way. And then we have a foot. Something like that. Which comes up like a elf shoe, I guess. Yeah. And then with the hand, we'll just take this one here, put it from the side like so, and then right about here would be basically I'm just looking at my lines and using them to indicate where I need to go with them. So this is where the arm is, something like that. Alright, so you can see, you know, that'd be the arm. The nose seems to come, I don't know, that face is gonna be a little bit tricky, but we'll work it out. Alright, so the eyes, something like that. So we'll just give him his pupil there, and then we'll go to the still here. Oh crap, I should have locked that. It's alright. Let's lock this one now. And now we're gonna go to this one here, make it full, and just go ahead and let's we need to be able to see this one though. So right about there is where I put his eyelids. So there's the other eyelid. Alright. So we can hide this one now. So now we got his eyelids in there. We're gonna clean this one up a little bit. We'll go back to 20 on the radius. So our lines look uniform in thickness. I guess we can clean this one up a little bit. Use our tool here. We do have the other one locked now, so we don't have to worry about that. I don't know why it's not letting me. I don't know. Alright, So F10. Let's just go ahead and add the eyelids, or the pupils rather. So something like that. Looks good enough. Alright, so we have the basic shape of what we need. Yeah, I think we're about ready to start like adding the 3D element to this. Okay, so this one here, what we're gonna do, I think we're about ready with that. So Control Tab, we're gonna go to Object Mode. I think we can get rid of the tablet, and I'm going to simply put him where he needs to be in the 3D world, and then we'll end this video. So this would have been not concepting, but basically taking an image, transferring it to 3D or to grease pencil so that we can get ready to do it in 3D. But let me go ahead and do this real quick. So what we're gonna do is go into this is edit mode. Grab him in edit mode. I have the other layers hidden, so I only have this one visible. Let's go ahead and lock that one too. So we only have the if you look at it here, we have character front visible. So we're just going to copy that. We want to separate it basically. So P for separate, you're going to separate the selected points. Now as you can see, you have two different layers. So with this layer here, we're going to call this one character front. And then what we're going to do with him is go ahead and go into edit mode here, select it, go into edit mode. Matter of fact, I want to get this deal right here. That'll be his what do you call that? His point of origin. So let's see here. We want to take this one, Shift S cursor to selected, and then take this one and make it like that. Perfect. Control A. Well, you know what? Leave it like that. And then we're gonna snap the cursor to world origin. There we go. And then Alt G. Perfect. Alright. So now he's at the center of the world where we want him. So that's good. So we can hide him now. Now, let's go back to this one and bring up character side. See what we got there. All right, this is my character side. So character side, let's set his point of origin first. So we'll select the empty. See here. Shift S, cursor to selected. And then we're going to select him. We're going to rename him real quick. So we'll rename him character side. And we can, let me think here. Make that, okay, so now we're going to change our set origin. We're going to change our origin, reset the origin to the empty, so that if I move, well, it's not parented, but and then we want to snap him back to the center of the world. So Shift S, cursor to world origin. Oh wait, Alt G him over there, and then I'm going to go here and I need to turn him around. So RZ 90, yep, 90 degrees, perfect. So now he's where he needs to be there, and I will just Control A that, all transforms. So he's where he needs to be in right view. And he's already renamed, so that's good. And then my other character is where he needs to be in front view. So perfect. So now we got it set up. If I really wanted to color him, I could do that, but I'm not super big on that right now. So Control U, let's fix the opacity on this. We'll color him later if I get that far. And that will be all for today. Not super worried about his shirt and all that right now. I guess we'll just go ahead and save this as untitled blend. We'll name it. I guess it's Squidward. I thought it was Squidworth, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's bad that I don't know his name. He'll be alright. Squidward, I think, is his name. I thought it was Squidworth, but I'm not sure. Alright, well, anyways, that's that. Let me see here. Ice cream. Looking for ice cream. Where's it at? Here it is. Alright. So 30 minutes. Not terrible, but